Okay, so the third one. Um, Benefits for the National Grange and the State Grange vary. You can go to nationalgrange.org and read about all the benefits there, and you can go to ncgrange.com and read about benefits there. Um, our website for North Carolina is getting redone currently, so hopefully it'll look a lot better pretty soon. But I'll just briefly mention one of the big ones, and that's with Choice Hotels. That's all of your comfort inns, comfort suites, sleep ins, that whole chain. They also own some boutique hotels. Jeremy and I stayed in a place called the Dolores in Miami 2 years ago for our anniversary, and that was part of the Choice Hotels, and we got a discount through them. You get 20% off, and it's just a code you get to enter online, and you get that code once you're a member. Um, it's been a huge benefit for us, and because we have that benefit, I've become a Choice Rewards member, so I earn points on top of that, and that way we earn free nights that Jeremy and I get to use whenever we travel. So that's a big benefit. I won't go over all of them. A lot of them probably you're not going to use and aren't going to pertain to you, and I kind of hate that. I wish we had some better ones. There are some cell phone benefits and things like that, but you can read about those on your own time. So, starting a Grange and joining the Grange. Starting a Grange is so easy. I actually do all the legwork for starting a Grange. I do the paperwork, which I already have started. This is my list of names to write down right here. This one, this one. It's backwards. So, these are my list of people I want to contact and hopefully get involved. And then my list starts at the bottom down here and goes to here. So that's my paperwork I have to fill out. My boss signs off on it and it goes to the national office, and then they send us a nice pretty certificate. Now, for me to send this off and for my boss to sign it, I have to have 13 people, a mix of men and women. I think there has to be at least 4 men, 4 women. So you can't have all girls, even though probably this email is going to all girls. You do have to have your husbands involved or other guy friends. So Jeremy's one of our boys, so that's good. We have to pick a name. So we could be Charlotte Grange, Mecklenburg County Grange, Pooh Bear Grange. It doesn't matter. Anything, it goes. Um, you we have to elect a president, a vice president, a secretary, a treasurer, and a chaplain. The secretary treasurer, I encourage it to be the same person because they have to coordinate with paying dues. So we'll pay dues to our local Grange, and then the local Grange secretary and treasurer pay part of those dues out to the nationals, and then actually at our office we pay part of those dues again to the national office. So that money just kind of gets passed down. Now, the more money you charge at the local level to the local members, the more money you get to keep because no matter what you charge, the same amount of money is going to go every quarter to the state office. And that I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about that because it can be kind of confusing. And really, the secretary and treasurer are the only people who really need to know kind of that process. So I'll save that for another day for gets elected to those positions. But like I said, it's really easy if the same person takes on both those roles. Because the treasurer, all they really do is going to keep up with the bank account, and the secretary is going to be the one that's going to be preparing the quarterly reports. So it's not a hard job, but it's easy if the same person takes on both those roles. Chaplain, don't let that scare you. That just basically means if somebody is sick, the chaplain will send them a card. They might prepare a thought of the day if we have a meeting, things like that. It's definitely not like a Bible study or a long drawn out sermon or anything like that. So you don't have to worry that that's a scary position because it's not. It's actually probably the easiest role to take on if you want an office. Um, the Somebody's tweeting me. So $15 is the minimum dues that we require the local Granges charge the members. So some Granges charge only 15, some Granges are going to charge 20, 25, 30, but the more money you charge, the more money you get to keep as a local Grange in your bank account. So if you join, what does that mean? It means you're a part of America's family fraternity. That's kind of the catchphrase for our organization. We are a fraternal organization. But we're for all ages, all races, all political affiliations. We're not party affiliated. I would probably tend to say most of our members are going to be conservative, Republican, but that certainly doesn't mean that we don't want other people involved, because we need a variety of voices and a variety of opinions, or else things get boring. So, um, people always tell me, I'm so busy, I don't have time to do anything. I don't have time to join another organization. I just can't commit anything else. I have kids, I have this, I have that. I understand. I work full time. I own a full time business. I work my butt off every weekend. So if anybody's busy, it's me. So I don't want this to be something that takes up hours and hours and hours of your time. I hope that you want to be involved and you want to give your time and your energy, but by no means do you have to, carve out hours of your time every week to be involved in this. You definitely don't. There's no hourly requirement, nothing like that. So you can choose to be as involved as you want to be or don't want to be. And the projects we take on can be simple or they can be large. It can be something where you can do it on your own time, or you can do it in a group of 2 or 3 people. It doesn't necessarily have to be the entire group of people going and participating in a project. So when we did our little Google Hangout last week, Jennifer mentioned that at her church where she works, they always need volunteers to come and help plant flowers at the entrance, because their poor other volunteers that work all the time always get stuck doing that job and they need some help. I'd be glad to go and plant flowers for an hour or two on a Saturday. That that seems like a pretty easy volunteer job, and it's helping out the church. They need the hours, they need the help. So that's pretty simple. Some of you saw that I mentioned the scarf project, and that it just ended for us for the year, but we'll be starting up again in April to teach people how to knit. So I'll explain more information in an email out to you guys about some of the projects and things like that, but I would really, really love to put you down on my sheet of paper, because right now I have 6, I have half almost, so that's good. I just need 7 more. Um, and we can follow up with this video with emails, and maybe we can try and do another Google Hangout. I can take everybody out to dinner. That's part of the perk of my job, is I get to kind of wine and dine people to get them to join. So I can take you all out. You can come over to my house, anything you want. But it is a really great organization, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If I don't know the answer, which I don't know them all, I'll be glad to find out for you for whatever questions you might have. So let me know that you want on the list.